friends, welcome to Mary and Molly's show. I'm Mary.
I'm Molly.
Today's story is called
The Wallet That Wouldn't Sink.
It is such an amazing story.
Like, how is that possible?
How is that possible? With the gravity, it's going to sink it.
Exactly.
But today's story shows otherwise. The power of prayer.
And that with God, nothing is impossible.
Amen. So enjoy the story, friends. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that now. And click that bell so you can receive immediate notification every time we post a new video. Enjoy!
You have probably read the story in the Bible about the iron axe head that floated. That was a very wonderful story. And I can't explain how it happened, but I can tell you a story like it. About the wallet that wouldn't sink. It was a beautiful day with brilliant sunshine and not a cloud in sight. So Daddy decided to take all the family up to the lake for a picnic. Some friends went along too, so it made it a very happy party. As soon as a nice spot to camp had been found, Daddy and the older boys went to the boathouse and hired a rowboat. In no time at all, they were out on the lake, rowing for all they were worth. When they got tired, they made for the sandy beach where the women were busy getting the meal ready. Jumping out of the boat, Daddy and the boys anchored it securely, hurried forward to the fire where some very nice smelly food were cooking. Hungry as could be, they were very pleased to find such a good meal on the way. Mommy hadn't seen Daddy so happy in a long time. Then something happened that spoiled everything. Daddy began to feel his trousers pockets. Then he picked up his coat and felt it through its pockets. "Looking for something?" asked Mama.
Yes, said Papa with a worried look creeping over his face. My wallet. I seem to have mislaid it. I am sure I brought it with me.
"Sure you did," said one of the boys. "You had it in your hand when you paid for the boat."
Of course, but where did I put it after that?
"Maybe you dropped it in the boat when you took your coat off?"
Perhaps I did, said Daddy with a look of relief. Let's look in the boat. They did, all of them. Never was a rowboat searched more carefully by so many people. But the misleading wallet was not there. As they walked back to the fire, Mama whispered, "Did you have much money in it?" "Yes. That is what's worrying me. I had all my money in it, and all yours too. Those 2 weeks' wages you got for nursing." "Oh dear, that's terrible. I hope you find it. We couldn't afford to lose all that." "But where do we look next?" "You could have left it at the boathouse." "That is right. I'll go and see." So Daddy walked back to the boathouse. But the boatman said he hadn't seen it, and nobody had reported finding it. Sadly, Daddy returned to the others. All the joy had gone out of the day for him. He needed that money badly, very badly, and he kept blaming himself for bringing so much with him for a picnic trip. By the time he got back to the campsite, the women were all in the boat and the boys were pushing it off. "Did you find it?" Mama called from the bow of the boat. "No, I didn't see a sign of it." "I'll be praying that we may find it." "I'm afraid it's not much use." Yet he prayed too, asking God if it should be His will that the wallet might be found. Then he strode up and down the shore, watching the boat as it glided further and further away. The lake was as smooth as glass, the only ripples being made by the many boats passing boats. Mama and the others enjoyed their trip immensely, their happiness marred only by the thought that poor Daddy was so worried about his lost wallet. The sun was sinking now, and the lake was becoming more and more beautiful, as the glorious shades of sunset were reflected in its calm waters. By and by, the wonderful stillness was broken by the toot of a large motor launch that seemed to be coming straight toward them. Crowded with passengers, its flags and banners made a happy sight indeed. As it drew near, it veered off to the right, and the little rowboat went bouncing over the waves that it left behind. Suddenly, a dark object appeared on the crest of a wave. It was squarish and oddly familiar. I don't know who saw it first, but someone said, "Look at that strange thing in the water. What is it?" Now they were all looking, and it seemed that each wave was bringing the object nearer. As it came close to the boat, Mama reached over to the side and picked it up. "It's Daddy's wallet!" she cried, trembling with excitement. Then she opened it and looked for the money. It was all there. Very wet, it is true, but as far as she could see, none was missing. How eagerly they rowed to the shore. When they drew near the beach, where Daddy was waiting for them, they shouted together, "We found it! We found it!" "Found what?" "Found what?" "Your wallet!" cried Mama, holding it up. "But why didn't it sink?" When he felt how wet and heavy it was, "I just don't know. It is all very wonderful." And when they told the boatman, he was astonished. Holding the soggy wallet in his hands, he said, "It's nothing short of a miracle. It's an act of God." Daddy and Mama thought so too. Thank you, friends, so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this story. It was an amazing story. I'm sure it kept you on your toes and in curiosity, like what's going to happen next. But it's an amazing end, and it shows the power of prayer, and that with our God, nothing is impossible. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that now and click that bell so you can receive immediate notification every time we post a new video. See you next time. Bye!